The issue of how to bridge the digital divide is front and center in our community these days. That's why we and Durham County government are working with an organization called Digital Durham to develop a digital equity plan specifically for our community. City Council members received an update on the plan during their August 5th work session. The plan is organized around 3 aspects of digital equity. Those include internet access, access to devices, and digital skills. Some of the strategies being considered are increasing awareness of free and low-cost internet programs, as well as increasing awareness of device donation and affordable purchase programs. The final goal is to implement and assess the outcomes of the plan. The next steps include the adoption of resolutions in support of the plan by the City Council and County Commissioners, identifying funding sources, and developing a more detailed implementation plan. For more information, visit digitaldurham.net. Our Office on Youth is continuing its work to serve and engage with our city's young people. The office presented an update on its key activities over the past 7 months to the City Council on August 5th. One of the primary activities focused on the release of the Youth Listening Project Report. Launched in 2019, the project worked to hear from Durham's young people about their needs and dreams, as well as what they think about the resources in their communities. Recommendations were then developed to address many of the concerns and ideas that were put forward. In response to this work, the office launched the Youth Leadership Fund. The program will fund community-based groups that are working to advance the recommendations of the Youth Listening Project. Another response was the restructuring of the Durham Youth Commission into the new Changed by Youth Ambassador program, which launches in August. To learn more, visit durhamnc.gov/1350. You can also follow their team on Twitter and Instagram. Construction for the Emergency Watershed Protection Stream Bank Stabilization Project is expected to get underway soon. The project will involve the complete stabilization of stream banks in 4 locations within Durham. The stabilizations are being performed as part of Emergency Watershed Protection and Watershed Restoration Project grants. We received the grants to repair damage caused when Hurricane Florence passed through in 2018. The grants specifically help with removing debris and sediment in streams, as well as stabilizing stream banks impacted by storm events. The stream banks that will be involved in the almost $787,000 project include those along Ellerby and South Ellerby Creeks near Glendale Avenue and Higby Street, the Northeast Creek tributary near Revere Road, and the Third Fork Creek tributary near Ward Street. Construction is expected to begin in September. The project will be regularly updated at durhamnc.gov/4390. You can also follow our stormwater team on Facebook and Twitter. The Forever Home Durham program will not only mean more affordable housing for our city, it will also mean more work for minority and women-owned businesses and jobs for our residents. The $160 million program will use the $95 million affordable housing bond in addition to local and federal funding to preserve and increase the quality and quantity of Durham's affordable housing stock. It will also support the participation of minority and women-owned businesses and encourage local hiring on city-funded affordable housing projects. At least 11% of total contracting opportunities will be awarded to qualified minority-owned firms, and 7% will be awarded to qualified women-owned firms. In addition, local residents will be considered to fill construction-related positions that are associated with this work. Approximately $533,000 will be paid for a contractor to provide training and oversight to make sure that these goals are achieved. Monthly reports on this activity can be found at foreverhome.com. Work on Durham's vaccine equity program is moving forward. The City Council approved an interlocal agreement for joint funding of the $1.3 million program during its August 16th meeting. The program is a collaboration between 9 community-based organizations. It will fund the addition of 45 to 50 community health workers to increase COVID vaccination rates among Durham County residents. It will also work to reduce racial and ethnic disparities in these rates. Mayor Steve Schewel proposed the program in April when data for Durham County showed that vaccination rates for African Americans and Latinx residents were lagging far behind those of white residents. We will pay $650,000 toward the initiative, and Durham County will pay the same amount. That funding will cover the costs of implementing the program, as well as pay for a contractor to help coordinate and oversee the work. The community-based organizations involved in the program began implementing it at the end of July.